The Evil Eye, Go-Go Grace's Global Tale. A story for Faith, Gift, Philip, Sarah, and Rachel. The afternoon sun cast golden rays through the curtains of Go-Go Grace's living room as 5 grandchildren settled themselves around her favorite armchair. Faith, the eldest at 15, sat cross-legged on the floor. Gift, 13, leaned against the bookshelf. Philip, 11, bounced excitedly on the ottoman. Sarah, 9, cuddled into the couch with her favorite blanket, and little Rachel, just 7, climbed straight onto Go-Go's lap. "Go-Go, Go-Go," Rachel chirped, her dark eyes bright with curiosity. "Mrs. Patel at the corner shop gave me this today." She held up a small blue glass bead with a white and black circle in the center. "She said it would protect me." "From what?" Go-Go Grace smiled, her weathered hands gently touching the amulet. "Ah, my dear one. That is a nozo, a protection against the evil eye. Mrs. Patel gave you a great gift indeed." "The evil eye?" Philip scrunched his nose. "Like in the superhero movies? Someone with laser vision?" The old woman's laughter filled the room like warm honey. "No, no, my boy. Nothing quite so dramatic, though the stories are just as fascinating. Gather close, all of you. Let me tell you about the evil eye, a belief that has traveled across oceans and centuries, touching nearly every corner of our world." Gift pulled out his phone. "Can I record this, Go-Go? For my culture project at school?" "Of course, Fanawami. This is knowledge meant to be shared." Go-Go adjusted her colorful head wrap and settled deeper into her chair. The story of the evil eye is not one story, but many stories woven together like the threads of a beautiful tapestry. Part 1. The Ancient Roots. Long, long ago, Go-Go began, her voice taking on the rhythm of a storyteller. Before any of us were born, before even my grandmother's grandmother's grandmother walked this earth, people noticed something strange. Sometimes, when someone looked at another person with envy or jealousy or even too much admiration, bad things would happen. "What kind of bad things?" Sarah asked, pulling her blanket tighter. "A healthy child might suddenly fall ill. A successful harvest might fail. A beautiful piece of jewelry might break. A family's good fortune might turn to misfortune." And people began to wonder, could a look, a glance, carry such power? Faith tilted her head thoughtfully. "That sounds like superstition, Go-Go. Perhaps it is, my clever one. Or perhaps it is ancient wisdom recognizing something true about human nature and energy. Let me tell you what different peoples believed, and you can decide for yourself." Go-Go Grace reached for the clay pot on the side table and poured herself some rooibos tea. The steam curled up like invisible spirits. "The oldest written records of the evil eye come from the ancient Sumerians, more than 5,000 years ago. They called it Ig Hul in their language. Clay tablets speak of it. Then the Babylonians feared it. The ancient Egyptians protected themselves against it with the Eye of Horus, which you've probably seen in pictures." "Oh, the one that looks like fancy eye makeup?" Sarah perked up. "Exactly that one. The Egyptians painted it on their tombs, wore it as jewelry, and drew it on their ships. They believed the eye of the god Horus would watch over them and deflect evil glances." Philip leaned forward. "Did the Romans believe in it too?" "Very much so. The Romans called it Oculus Malus. Even their great leaders feared it. They would hang protective charms called fascinum from their chariots and around children's necks. Some of these charms looked like, well, let's say they were shaped like things meant to distract the evil eye and make it look elsewhere." The children giggled, and Go-Go's eyes twinkled with mischief. The ancient Greeks were perhaps the most worried of all. They called it Mati or Viscania. The philosopher Plutarch wrote about it. Plato mentioned it. They believed that envious or jealous thoughts could literally beam out through a person's eyes and cause harm. Part 2. Across the Mediterranean. "Now," Go-Go continued, "let me take you on a journey around the world, and we'll see how different peoples understood and protected themselves from the evil eye. We'll start in the Middle East and the Mediterranean, where belief in the evil eye runs as deep as the ancient seas." Gift adjusted his phone to make sure it was still recording. "This is better than any documentary." Go-Go smiled. "In Turkey, the evil eye is called nozo. Turkish people take it very seriously. Walk through any market in Istanbul, and you'll see blue glass eyes everywhere, hanging from doorways, pinned to babies' clothes, dangling from taxi mirrors, even painted on the sides of airplane. Airplanes. Rachel's eyes widened. Real big airplanes? Real ones, little dove. Turkish Airlines paints the Nozo symbol on some of their planes. They believe that when something is beautiful or successful, it attracts envious looks, and these looks can bring bad luck unless deflected. Why blue? Faith asked, ever analytical. Good question. The blue represents the sky and water, sources of life and protection. Some say blue is the color of protection because it's the color of heaven. Others say that blue eyes were rare in ancient Mediterranean cultures, so they were both feared and powerful. Gogo took a sip of her tea and continued. In Greece, the evil eye is still called mati, just as in ancient times. Greek mothers are very protective. They'll spit 3 times FTU, FTU, FTU to ward off the evil eye when someone compliments their children. They spit on their kids. Philip looked horrified. Not on them, silly boy. Just the sound of spitting, or a tiny bit to the side. It's symbolic. They also wear blue eye beads and cross themselves. Some Greek grandmothers perform a special prayer ritual with water and oil to remove the evil eye if someone has been cursed. Sarah sat up straighter. How do they know if someone has the evil eye on them? Wise question, Mtanami. Different cultures have different signs. Often it's unexplained headaches, sudden tiredness, a run of bad luck, or babies who cry inconsolably. In Greece, if someone suddenly gets a headache after being complimented, they might suspect the evil eye. In Italy, Gogo went on, they call it malocchio. Italian nonnas, the grandmothers, know all about it. They'll make the corner gesture. She held up her hand with her index and pinky fingers extended to ward it off. They hang red chili peppers or use a simaruta, a special charm shaped like a sprig of rue. And in Jewish tradition, Faith interjected, remembering something from Hebrew school, we say kenahora or bli ayin hara, right? Yes, my bright girl. May no evil eye befall it. Jewish people have protected against the evil eye for thousands of years. It's mentioned in the Talmud. The Hamsa hand, which you see with the eye in the palm, is used for protection. Some Jewish mothers will tie a red string around a baby's wrist. Part 3. The Middle East and North Africa. Gogo Grace shifted Rachel to a more comfortable position on her lap. The little girl was getting heavy, but the old woman wouldn't trade this moment for anything. In the Arab world, the evil eye Euro Alain in Arabic Euro is taken very seriously. It's mentioned in Islamic tradition, and many Muslims believe in it strongly. The Prophet Muhammad himself spoke of the evil eye as real.